Well, hello everyone, and welcome to my first unit review. Yes, I've decided to start doing unit reviews, and first of all, you'll notice the brand new graphic that I made myself, and it took about 10 minutes. And it looks like it took about 10 minutes. It's not the finalized graphic, it's just something that looks better than me having Reddit information on here all the time. So let's talk about my first unit review. And the first unit I want to cover is a unit that has kind of not been talked about too much between forums and all of that. So here she is, Rinoa. And my unit reviews are going to be a little bit more casual. They're going to be me actually showing stuff and talking about it at the same time. And we have some nice music playing in the background, so I hope you'll enjoy these. So let's get right into it. Rinoa, let's talk about her visual design first. First of all, she has an absolutely fantastic sprite. I really think that Alum did a great job replicating all of the FF8 sprites, but I think they gave a really nice flair to Rinoa. As you can see with her 7-star unit, she gains phantom wings behind her, as well as nice little fiery sparks, which could be phoenix, they could be feathers dropping, not entirely sure. Her attack animation faithfully recreates what she looks like exactly in FF8. Her magic attack and her limit break shows us Angelo giving us her most powerful limit break, Wishing Star. It's a fantastically done sprite. I absolutely love it. It has all the personality and charm that you saw in FF8, and I absolutely love this unit to death for her visuals. But the real question is, as with anything in Brave Exvius, how good is the actual unit when you're using her? First of all, let's talk about her TMR. Her TMR is a projectile, and more importantly, it is a heavy magic projectile. It doesn't give any status effects, it has no elemental, but it does give a 15% HP bonus, as well as 48 attack and 118 magic. So to date, as far as I know, this is the heaviest magic projectile in the game. And it's really great for Rinoa as well, because once we've got 7 stars, there is a TMR bonus for that unit. So if they are equipping their own TMR, they get an extra bonus. With Rinoa's, to my knowledge, and I'm just going to double check. There it is. With Rinoa, she gains an extra 60% bonus to her magic stat when she is equipping a single wheel unit. In other words, basically with her, if she's only equipping her weapon, she will get an extra 60% to her magic stat. Now, when I'm demonstrating these units in these reviews, they're not always going to be ideal or perfect. But we can take a look at actually what the unit is like for the setup I have. And I think that is a more moderate possibility. You'll see. Anyway, so not having actually finished her TMR yet, we can take a look at what her stats are at a maxed 120 without her TMR ability. First, she has 7,666 HP, a 563 attack, 1165 for magic, 677 for MP, her defense is 265, which isn't bad for a mage, and her spirit is 427. Now, let's actually show what she has equipped. First of all, a gun, giving her 60 attack and 60 magic. Not the best thing, probably a rod would be better. And the only projectile that I really have equipped right now is this of Waka's, basically giving her the magic bonus, but also some strength bonus, and we'll explain that in just a minute. She has Tim's hat for an extra 35 in magic. I believe it is Alma's TMR for an extra 35 magic, and the Gilgamesh's glove, and I believe that would be Hunter Nicole from the Dragon Quest event. So not the best equipment we could give her. There's definitely better equipment I could give her, but for now it's pretty decent build. For actual materia slots, we have a 30% magic, we have an HP 20 and magic plus 40%, which is from Light Veritas. Yes, that's correct. A 30% attack and magic bonus materia, as well as a 30% to magic and spirit, giving her the stats you see before her. And this, keep in mind, is an 1165 magic bonus that I have not maxed out. I could do better than this. But this does give you an idea of how you can build this unit very, very quickly. And if we were to actually single wielding just her TMR, she would get an extra 60% bonus to her magic. Needless to say, her magic stat can actually stack up very, very quickly at this level. In her kit, she has a lot of good stuff. She has HP plus 20%, magic plus 30%. She has an actual increase for dropping chests from enemies. She is naturally resistant to silence, paralyze, and confuse, which are all very, very good things. She has a limit burst fill of naturally of 50%, and she actually gains limit per turn. Unbelievably nice. She has double cast for all kinds of magic. It does not matter what kind of magic you have. And if that is only up to her 6-star, once you actually get her into her 7-star, things go a little bit more crazy. For one thing, she gets an extra 20% MP, as well as another 20% MP, 20% HP, 40% magic, and she has a new ability called Guardian Force, which ups the amount of percent of stats you get from an Esper that is equipped. So it is very, very easy to build her, providing that you have 2 of her and you can awaken to 7-star. But, well, let's not just talk about that. Let's talk about what she gets for a bonus equip without the TMR ability. First of all, she gets an extra 50% attack and magic when equipped with a projectile. Now, there's a reason for this, and this is the part of the unit I'm not super crazy about. Rinoa has the weirdness of actually being a magic unit, but also a hybrid unit. Now, that's not to complain. Her hybrid attacks are incredible, and we'll show them off in a little bit. First of all, her limit break is hybrid, doing AoE 8 hits at 2000% at its base and 2290% at its max, which is very, very high. Now, of course, hybrids are incredibly hard to build, and naturally, if you want to build her like I have, she's just going to be a general better mage, and probably you can do a little bit better than I have, but for now, this will be good to show you what kind of stuff she has. Alright, so with that being said, let's actually jump right into a fight. And of course for these we will be doing the Earth Shrine, just because they are very, very easy to actually get into and it doesn't use much stamina. Sorry, I'm cheap. Now the other thing is we will not be using any of the other units to actually demonstrate it. This is Rinoa's show. And how embarrassing, I actually have to download the Earth Shrine. So in battle, Rinoa has a lot of different abilities. For one, she has Scan. She has an actual HP recovery. Only Cura Ja, which isn't the greatest, but since we are probably not using her as a healer, it just gives her some backup healing as well. She also has full life, so she can revive multiple units per turn, a total of 2. She has Meteor, which is exactly what it sounds like. She has Tornado, which we all know already from Shantoto, so there's no point in demonstrating that. What is interesting is that Rinoa is the first to get a brand new spell. And this brand new black magic spell is called Apocalypse, and it deals 1000% AoE magic hit. So it is by far the strongest black magic spell in the game. The only one that I think was close to it before, minus enhancements, but even then I don't think Ultima is as good, was the one from Noctis's Ring. And yeah, this is just insane. It's a great magic attack. The other thing that Rinoa can actually do, and this is probably very, very interesting to me, is a spell called Aura. What Aura does is it actually gains limit break to another character. So choosing a Aura and then putting it Exon Squall, there we go, Nox is still not working properly, actually gives some limit burst per turn. It's not a lot, but if you're trying to charge a specific unit, it is actually much faster. Let's see if we don't get any counters. Excellent. No, we don't want you, Rem. So this gives Rinoa actually 2 brand new spells that can be double casted per turn, and they are absolutely awesome. But what else can Rinoa do? Well, I'm glad you asked. First of all, and an absolutely interesting thing that makes Rinoa super valuable on a team is that she can AoE 3-turn debuff Spirit and Defense for 45% and AoE 3-turn 45% minus attack and magic debuff to the enemy team. So she can actually be a debuffer. She actually has quite a few roles that she can perform in battle. With that being said, a couple of her other abilities. First of all, let's show off this one, which this one is very interesting, and it would be incredibly powerful if it could be dual casted. It can't quite yet, but maybe her super TMR will let her. So the 36 MP ability is a 450% magic attack. So it only uses the magic stat. But with each use, it gains 300% to a max of 2,850%. If you are building her only for magic, this attack really ramps up quickly over time. The only problem is that it is not affected by dual wield, and it is not affected by dual cast, so it is rather slow to charge. Just ignore Squall, he didn't do anything, so we'll use this attack again to show it off. As you can see, it jumped considerably. So, with that being said, well, what is there left to show? Well, first of all, let's take a look at Rinoa's stats first. Now, as I've said before, going over it, these are Rinoa's stats, and they are awesome. But Rinoa does have an extra ability. Now, if you're not aware of these because you're playing on Global or you just haven't gotten into it on the JP side yet, 7 stars have turn abilities, powerful abilities that can only be activated so many turns. Some of them are available on turn 1, some are available later. First of all, let's talk about the fact that this is actually available on turn 1, but has an 8-turn countdown. a very long time, but you'll see why we want to use this. So it costs 80 MP. Now, what this does is it actually self-dispels all debuffs, and it learns triple cast for the user for 3 turns. But, and this is the important part, self 4-turn plus 150% magic, and the next action is 300% magic plus, which is just insane. Activating it on Rinoa will give a nice animation, and as you can see, our Rinoa has gotten just slightly stronger, going up to a total max stat of 1545 magic. It is absolutely incredible. It is unbelievably, incredibly powerful boosting for Rinoa. So, just to show what it's like, let's hit this thing with an Apocalypse. Because I absolutely love the way this spell looks. Wait for it. Without any debuffs whatsoever, 11 million points of damage. And again, I don't have her TMR. She can give herself already an extra 60% to her magic stat, plus that ability. Rinoa is incredibly powerful as a mage. The only thing that holds her back is not being able to dual cast her... Sorry, I'm totally blanking. Her stacking ability. And I think that may become with her super TMR, but this is just pure speculation. So one more time, because we still have a few more abilities to show. Let's just grab whatever for a friend unit. Here we go. So what else does Rinoa have in her kit? Well, this is where it kind of gets interesting, so you can choose how you want to build her. If you cannot reach these high-level magic stats, you could build a powerful hybrid unit if you can keep the attack and magic somewhat similar. So her 45 ability is basically calls Angelo to her aid. And there are 3 possible attacks, so let's see which one we get. So again, not very ideally maxed, but at 1.8 million per hit, pretty damn strong. Basically, you have the 3 options of what you can get. You have a 50% chance, a 52% chance of getting a 600 to 800 AoE one-hit hybrid attack. Not bad. Angelo Cannon is pretty powerful. There is also a 12,000 to 16,000 one-hit hybrid attack, which has a 38% chance of activating. That's the one you just saw. There is also, and this is the best one, a AoE, 1 turn, 50% damage reduction from Invincible Moon. Now, it's only 10% of happening, but if you can get it to actually happen when you need it, 50% damage reduction is massive, absolutely massive. It only lasts 1 turn, but it is incredible. But that's not to say that Rinoa stops there. She also has a 50% chance to counter with one of 2 abilities. First, a 30% HP and MP self-recovery, or a 50% one-hit hybrid attack. So basically, she has a little bit of everything. She has a little bit of counters, a little bit of hybrid, and, well, okay, a massive bonus to magic. Absolutely incredible unit. So, Really quickly, let's see if we can actually charge her limit break. And there are multiple units that I am actually going to show off over the next little while, but for now we're just going to try and show off Rinoa. We're actually just going to flee out of here because I do not have it set up quite properly. So in general, before we close out on an example of her level 1 limit break, let's actually just review Rinoa really quickly. And we'll just take, I guess it's not really the best, but just take out Ramza and throw in my I actually can't find her. There she is. I totally misclicked. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Just tons of people watching the video. Ah. And to be really sure that we get this done quickly, let's just throw on Riku's pouch, which will make leveling or going through it much faster. In general, I absolutely love Rinoa. I love her visually. First of all, everything that's been put into her unit's design is absolutely the way I want it so badly. Her unit in a visual design could not have actually turned out better. Secondly, her abilities pretty much cover everything that you could possibly want. She has healing in her kit. She can charge other units limit breaks. She can actually has really good stats. She has an amazing magic kit and some really hard-hitting hybrid attacks, even for when your unit is not built like a hybrid unit. She also has some brand new, absolutely fantastic brand new spells that basically means that she can just fill a massive amount of roles depending on what your party needs. Damage reduction, healing, limit break charging, magic damage, hybrid damage, which could be useful, not always, because hybrid units haven't really gotten the attention they absolutely need. But she can deal out as much damage, and she can actually help in a lot of cases. In general, I'd say that she is not just a jack of all trades. She actually can do a massive amount of things and do them very well, depending on how you want to build her. As I've been using her in trials, she can absolutely just massively be a great magic chainer because of her tornado spell. But she can also be a magic chain finisher because of her apocalypse and her basically triple casting apocalypse in one turn. Rinoa is a fantastic unit, and if you are looking for a fantastic mage, she is one of the best right now. Easily buildable, I think, into being an absolutely decent unit, and has the potential to be massively statted. So, the only last thing is her limit break, which is Wishing Star. But let's take a look to close it out of what it is like at a 7-star max with her stats with only at level 1. Absolutely freaking beautiful. so she will actually do 8 hits for a fairly damn massive amount of damage. And that's Rinoa. I hope you found this unit review and look and demonstration very helpful into deciding whether or not you actually like this unit or whether this unit would be good for your team. I hope to actually work on these a little bit more in the future to make them a little bit better for presentation because it's a lot of work talking for this long. Anyway, thanks, and I will see you for the next unit review.